Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. We are thinking about the art of thinking, how to think, or how we think. What is the process of thinking? What initiates the thinking process in our mind? These are all the aspects we have to learn. Yesterday we have seen there are three aspects in our experience. One is the world or the objects that we experience. Second is the experience of this world. And third is the experiencer who is going through experiences. These three components together is life. Now the quality of the life depends on the type of experiences. And the quality of the experiences depend on the vision with which we look at the world. And that to which we have given importance, about that only the maximum thoughts erupt in our mind. Like all people have got different types of dreams. Like one day one child was crying, got up in the morning, started crying. So the father became angry. What is this early morning you get up and start crying? What happened? So the child said, I had a very bad dream. He got up from the sleep and started crying. I had a very bad dream. So the father said, what dream? I failed in the examination. See? Now the child has importance about examination. He will only dream that. What else? So in one of my talks where I gave this example, there were some mixed group. So there was one child. Normally I don't entertain any questions while I am talking. But the child, Swamiji, do you get dreams? I said, yes. I said, now don't ask. I'll tell you what dreams I get. Then I told my dream. Once I was going somewhere and because of the traffic jam, I had to stop the car. And there was one monkey charmer. You have got a snake charmer, like the monkey charmer. He had two monkeys. One was dressed like a man and other was dressed like a girl. And with the chain, he took out that monkey, and then he moved around, all the people, children watching and give claps and all that. And thereafter, he asked that monkey question, do you want to get married to Mary? And that monkey is very, very happy. So he started dancing, putting the stick on his shoulder, put his hand, yes, I want to get married to Mary. Again moved around, collected the money. Then he tied down that monkey. Then he took out the Mary. He was dressed like a girl. And again moved around, collected the money. And then he asked Mary, Mary, you want to get married to John? And she looked at the John. And when this was going on, and further what happened, I don't know, because then our traffic was open, we went away. Then I went, finished my talk and all that, came, very tiring day, and slept. And I had a dream. The dream was, this John was giving the lecture and Marys were sitting to listen. See? Because the only thing that is constantly in front of my eyes is this picture. I am giving talk and people are not listening. It's a constant picture. So it is so deeply rooted, it again and again comes. So what importance we have given to something, that becomes the cause of thoughts in the mind. Not only during the day, but even in the dream. See? So what we have to learn is this, that whenever we have given importance to something or somebody, that becomes the source of disturbance for the mind. See? Now none of us is born with a cigarette in the mouth and a lighter in the hand. Nobody is born. But then, for whatever reason, one starts smoking. So first smoking, no experience. So the smoke comes out from all the holes. From the mouth, from the nose, from the eyes, from the ears. Then second cigarette, it has got experience of one cigarette smoking. Third cigarette, it has got experience of 2 cigarettes smoking. Nth cigarette smoking, it has got experience of n-1 cigarette smoking. And when the n starts increasing, we slowly become addicted. Now what is addiction? Addiction is giving importance to something. See? These are very simple things, but it never clicks to us. So, whenever we have given importance to something, it is our responsibility that we have to devalue that. Nobody can devalue it for us. See? And this is how the habits are formed. See? Like some of us have slowly becoming angry on every small issue, and then that becoming angry becomes a default settings for us, and thereafter we start justifying that unless you become angry, things don't work. And thereafter, when we start justifying something, we are lost in that. We cannot come out of it. Therefore, it is our responsibility that we have to devalue. And how can we devalue? By changing the importance to what we have given. See, like we all have given importance to money. Therefore, we are never complaining that money earning is difficult, therefore we will not earn money. We do it our way. Whichever way. Above the table, below the table, around the table, behind the table. Because we have got value for the money. Now be very attentive. If we have value for our peace of mind, our lifestyle will change. See? How simple it is. So we have to decide to what we are giving importance. Then with this in view, then we start in our life. So what is a desire? Now we will learn how the desire is born. We have two things in our mind. One is we are incomplete. Otherwise, this is a simple question. A young, happy, independent, free, joyful boy, why does he think I should get married? Then a mantra goes in his life. What a life without a wife. Sense of incompleteness. And second thing, sense of otherness. When these two things are interacting with each other, see, then that creates some kind of agitation because we have given importance to that. See? There is one girl, no, I will not call her girl. There is one lady. I know her for last so many years. Her only thing is, I should get married, but she is not getting married. See? When you are young, beautiful, attractive, then you can get the choice that you like. But when you are 45, 50, not out, like you go to the vegetable market for shopping, in the morning you get a fresh. You go in the evening, all leftover, you take it, okay. You buy half kilo and he give 5 kilo, you take this also. It's a leftover. See? And no, but I want a boy like this, like that. First of all, you cannot get a boy, you will get only a man. Because you are not a girl, you are a lady. See? And in this manner, the importance given to something starts creating agitations in the mind. Those agitations are further divided into three. First, without this object, I am incomplete. This object is the source of happiness. And if I don't get that object, what is the fun in living? Three things. These three things put together is called desire. See? And what is the desire? See, these are the things that we have to learn from our own life. You won't get anywhere in the books. See? This example I had given 2-3 times. It's my personal experience. I was taking a pradakshina of Narmada river. And it has so happened the place I had to cross was too muddy. So I had to take out my wooden sandals in my hand. And when I stepped in the mud, up to the ankle deep, it was so deep. So somehow I walked through. And while going, some thorn gone in the foot. So you can't do anything with the mud. So somehow I started walking, went to that ashram to meet my friend, and then washed my feet and everything. And I forgot about it, that there is something gone in. On the third day, it started paining. I started limping. So there was one friend also, and he happened to be a doctor. He said, Swami, why are you limping? I said, I don't know. There is some pain there. He said, let me check it. He checked. There was one spot. Then there was inflammation. There was reddish area and extremely painful. So he said, there is something gone, maybe thorn. Then he said, I'll remove it. And whatever way, he removed the thorn completely. Then I asked him, what next now? He said, next nothing. It will heal on its own. See, We don't have to do anything to go back to our natural state. It happens naturally. Because of the external body which has entered, it was reacting. See, if this example is clear, now come back to subjectively. See? When we give importance to something, that something enters our mind. So in the food, other than the food, anything that goes in is a foreign body. As a result, the tissues start reacting. Exactly the same way. When anything other than the mind, when something enters the mind. Now how the things can enter the mind? Like the thorn enters the food, you can understand. But how the things enter the mind? They enter by giving undue importance to something or somebody. See? This entry without entrance is like standing in front of the mirror. We enter the mirror in the form of reflection. See? Exactly the same way, when we give importance to something or somebody, then that something or somebody enters the mind, and then the mind tissue starts reacting. The reaction of the mind to anything in this world is called desire. See? And then the desire is further strengthened. That without this object I am incomplete. This object is the source of happiness. If I don't get this object, what is there to live for? This becomes so strong that every other thing is left, and we are focusing only on that one thing. Now here we have to learn. Our mind is making fool of us. We are not aware of, we even don't recognize. Mind cannot remain intact without name or form. Mind cannot survive. See? So if we delete names and forms, mind dissolves. Like if we delete name and form from the ice cubes, ice cube dissolves in the water. Consciousness with names and forms is mind. Mind minus names and forms is consciousness. So how the names and forms are created in the mind? By desire. And desires are either of some object outside or names inside. In Mandukya Upanishad, the two words are used, Abhidheya and Abhidhana. See? This is a mobile phone. Mobile phone doesn't know that its name is mobile phone. We know. So where is the mobile phone existing? Outside a form and inside the name. See? If there are two mobile phones kept in front of each other, they won't start talking to each other. Hey, what is your brand? Mine is Samsung. Samsung? What model? No, mine is iPhone. iPhone? What is the iPhone? Egoistic. See? They don't talk to each other. They are inert. See? Then we give some name to that form. The name is Abhidhana and object is Abhidheya. So, these two together, name and form, create the world. So if we want to get freedom from these worldly problems and issues, we have to work either on the forms or on the names. How to work on names or form? Let us take name for example. Any name you take, it is finite. Sri Ram, Sri Ram, Sri Ram. When I chant this word Sri Ram, if I am the devotee of Bhagwan Rama, his form will come in front of our mind. If my friend's name is Sri Ram, the moment I say Sri Ram, my friend's figure will come in front of my mind. See? And if our mind is not entertaining any name, absolute silence. Mind dissolves. Therefore, with this understanding, listen to silence, one aspect. See? But again the problem comes. Ears can only hear sounds. Ears cannot listen silence. See? Then how to listen to the silence? The listening to the silence is remain indifferent to the sounds. Those minute sounds which we normally don't hear, we are hearing them. So if we can understand this principle, then start with a small gap with understanding. Sounds are finite, silence is infinite. So make the silence as an object of experience. Mind cannot comprehend infinite. Mind itself is finite. This experience is ice merging in the water. Mind merging in consciousness. It is effortless. Now the second thing, we may not be hearing sounds from outside, but we create sounds inside by way of talking to oneself. we keep on talking to ourselves. So when we talk to ourselves, that is also sounds. When we hear outside things, that is also sounds. So sounds are created which are finite in two ways. When we receive sounds, they are external sounds. When we talk ourselves to ourselves, that is the internal sounds. Now these two sounds are to be suspended simultaneously. So neither we talk to ourselves nor we get disturbed by any sound. We have come to this experience only by knowing how to think. We have not done any holy dip in Ganges. We have not gone to Himalayas. We have not done any asana, pranayam. We have not done any charity. Only by proper understanding of this thinking process. See? And then with some names we get extremely identified. And with that identification, with the name, a personality is born, which has no existence. See? Therefore, if we have to learn how to think, this is the basic thing to know. That whenever we have given importance to anything, the thoughts come. The second thing, the thoughts are nothing but like a foreign body entering the mind. The foreign body is anything or anybody to whom we have given importance. So if we have given importance, we have to devalue. Nobody can do it. Therefore, if we want to know the art of thinking, this is the process. How the things happen in our mind. See? Now we go further. Like any one of us, the mind also doesn't want to die. Unless you are from Australia. See? For the first time, somebody came to meet me in India from Australia. So I said, hey, where are you from? He said, I'm from Melbourne. I said, oh, very good. When have you come here to India? To die. I said, I'm not asking the purpose. So today becomes to die.
To die.
That's how they say, to die. So, mind cannot survive in the present. To avoid its own death, mind starts projecting something about the future. Or the mind starts going back in the past. So past memories or future imaginary worries. These are the two directions in which the mind runs and makes also us to run. Therefore, arrest the movement of the mind. And yoga advises pranayam. See, all the Mahatmas, those who are talking about yoga, they talk about only this thing. Observe your breathing, or they give different names, Kriya Yoga, or some Sudarshan Kriya, or watch breathing. You are maintaining the mind. You are not getting out of the mind. So it is something like this. There is a curfew ordered by government. Don't go outside. You will be shot dead. It's curfew time. So you remain inside. And then another announcement. Okay, the curfew is lifted from 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock. You can go out. So all the people rush out like mad. Because they can come back. See, if this example is clear, in the same manner, when you are doing pranayam, mind is controlled. After the curfew of pranayam is lifted, dang, 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 starts. See, if you read and see the literature like Puranas, there are two types of Mahatmas who are known for this. They are either yogi or tapasvi. Tapasvi, those who are following austerities. Yogi, those who are following yoga. These two characters, they are extremely angry personalities. Something happens here and there, they become angry and they curse. See, a man of wisdom or a devotee to the Lord will never curse anybody. See, friends, like take for example Vishwamitra ji. Vishwamitra ji was such a great who has given this Gayatri mantra, but he became angry and he cursed this fellow. Durvasa, another great rishi, he also cursed. He cursed even to Lord Shiva that you will have a problem in your marriage. See? And he had problem. What is this? Because they have controlled the mind under compulsion, not under wisdom. See? This you can see anywhere. Like in a school, children are there and they are laughing, fighting, doing this, that, and somebody tells suddenly, hey, the miss has come. Everybody is quiet. See? But how long? It can't remain long. See? Therefore, these physical approaches to get rid of the problems of life are useful, but they are temporary. Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi says, Prana bandhanat liyate manaha, see, jala pakshivat rodha sadhanam. But the control of the mind is like, through pranayam, is like the story you must have heard or read. There was a jungle and there was one elderly bird and there were many baby birds. So this elderly bird were told, look here, kids, now the hunter will come. He will spread the net. He will throw some grains. Don't go. He will catch you and lift you and take you away. Understood? So they were all doing the japa. The hunter will come, spread the net and throw the grains. Don't go there. He will catch you and lift you and take you. It was going. Om Bhurbo Swaha Tassavidurvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Mantra going on. And at the right time the hunter came, he spread the net, threw the grains, and all the birds went and sat there. And they were lifted, and he went with catching it. And there also they are chanting the same thing. The hunter will come, the spread the net. See, friends. Exactly this is what happens. Because we are not going to the root. And this we can achieve only by knowing how the thinking process begins. Without knowing it, we should not have thoughts in the mind. What is wrong in the thoughts? See, Yoga Shastra tells, the first sutra is Atha Yoganuशासनम. Now, Atha Yoga Anuशासनम. Then it is defined. Yoga ha chitta vritti nirodha. Now, chitta vritti nirodha can happen under 5 conditions. Mind exists at 5 levels or 5 qualities of mind's existence. First is kshipta. Kshipta is mind is constantly running here and there. What is that? What is that? What is this? You must have seen the squirrels. Whenever I see the mind, I am reminded of the squirrels. See? They are not smooth movements. Even their tail also goes. See? A kshipta mind, constantly agitated. Second mind is moodha mind, all the time dull-witted. See? Nothing goes in. The third mind is vikshipta mind. Vikshipta is, mind is obsessed with something or the other. See? And these obsessions are so strong. See? I remember I saw there was one student who was a retired military person. He came and joined the Vedanta course where I was teaching. And I used to observe him. He will come and sit in the class and he used to fold his shirt, this sleeve, at least 20-25 times. I was to surprise what he is doing actually. See, continuously. Then he decided this, okay, this. And when he is doing this thing, he is not important. Vikshipta, obsessions. See? Some people are obsessed with cleanliness. Some people are obsessed with some particular thing. See? Some of us are obsessed with the punctuality. Some of us are obsessed with quietness. Therefore, they put the board outside. Meditation in progress, don't disturb, keep silence. We are already disturbed. There should not be any light. Do meditation in darkness. Is it something bad that you have to do in darkness? Think. Vikshipta mind. So first vikshipta, agitated. Second is dull-witted. Third is obsessed. When chitta vritti nirodha, when the thoughts are suspended under these 3 conditions of the mind, it is not yoga. And to attain this, getting freedom from these three, we are told that yama, niyama, asana, pranayam, pratyahar, dharana, dhyan, samadhi. Out of these 8, first yama and niyama must be practiced. When yama sadhana is practiced, see, what is the yama sadhana? Ahimsa, satya, asteya, aparigraha, brahmacharya. When these 5 principles are practiced, then we don't take the world as a problem to us, and we are not a problem to the world. How simple it is. If we get disturbed because of anything or anybody in this world, we are not qualified for further spiritual practice. And how we get disturbed by this world? When anything in this world keeps us disturbing and we get very much worried and frustrated. Like the other day somebody asked me, Swamiji, I don't know what is going to happen to this world. I said, who asked you? I didn't ask you what is going to happen to this world. I don't know. No, who cares? I also don't want to know from you. No. My point is, what is your opinion about this Ukraine war? I said, if I had to think, I think about God. Why about war? Getting unwantedly involved in the worldly events is no spiritual practice. These are basics. Greek culture, Roman culture, these Britishers, they were ruling the whole world. In the British, kingdom, there is never sunset, they used to say. See? Slowly, things change. See? There was Bhagwan Krishna. Where is this Dwarka has gone? Bhagwan Ram. Where is Ayodhya has gone? This is the nature of this world. This has always been like this. There is nothing new in this world. But we get so much involved. See? And that becomes our main theme of discussion. Therefore, we have to clearly understand that the world has been always like this, don't waste time on that. Then, let us not be dull-witted, living only because we are not dying, that's the only thing. No. And the third thing, Vikshipta, not obsessed with anything or anybody in this world. These 3 things are consciously practiced. Then the mind is available to us. Normally, what we do, we complain about the mind. Whenever I sit for meditation, too many thoughts come. What should I do? Don't do meditation. No, but my guru told do meditation, then do meditation. No, but too many thoughts come, then don't do meditation. See? Now what can you do about it? Only by complaining, problems are not solved. We have to ourselves know that we are obsessed with something or somebody. Therefore, the 4th stage of the mind is Ekagra Bhumika. Ekagra means what? Wherever you are, whenever you are, whatever you are 100% available. Wherever space or place, whenever time, whatever, whosoever you may be at that particular place and particular time, be 100%. So the mind is arrested from running from this place to that place. See? The mind is arrested in terms of time. Earlier it was like that, I don't know what is going to happen these days, past or future. When these 2 channels, where from the mind leaks out of us. When these two channels are arrested, so be wherever you are 100%, then be whenever you are in that place, be 100%, and then whatever you are, we are only one at a time. Now here we are sitting in the satsanga, so where we are in satsanga. When we are during the satsanga, then what we are? Satsangi or something else. If we are satsangi, then our mind is fully available. But instead of that, I remember something here and there. I remember I went for that satsanga in that place, and there they were telling, man, you are here, be here. See? I have not forgotten, don't sympathize with me. You cannot define this experience. You are at peace. And the most important thing, you are nobody. So, how to think before we jump into this world, find out who are you. We get involved unnecessarily and suffer. Goal should be clear, that we are at peace with ourselves. A person who is at peace with himself or herself is at peace with the whole world. A person who is not at peace with himself or herself is at war with the whole world. See? Therefore, this is how we have to learn how to think. So this is about, we have seen the world, we give importance to the world, then how to think, find out, is it necessary to get into this world? Is it necessary to know about everything? No. See? Like you open your Google map. Now you will get everything there, but is it necessary to know how much time it will take from here to that place? Oh, it will take 2 hours. How many? Do you have to go there? No. Then why worry? See? You don't get involved beyond need. Otherwise, our mind becomes like a clutter, constantly caw going on. Therefore, if we have given importance to the world, the thoughts will be only about the world. And therefore, we have to devalue. Devalue means what? Recognize what is required for us, that is enough. This is one of the biggest spiritual practice. Now the second thing, where we give importance to is, this was about the things. Now we give importance to the beings. Beings are our relations. See. And we are always disturbed ever as Mr. Somebody. So when I am a mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife, in-law, outlaw, then I will be thinking in that line of thinking. See? Once I was in Austria, in Vienna, and we used to have a retreat there. And in that retreat, I was talking on this theme, that when we sit for meditation, sit as Mr. Nobody. After everything was over, one old lady who was there for the retreat. She said, "You have got tremendous gender bias." I said, "Why?" You said, "Remain as Mr. Nobody." See? I said, "Nobody has no gender." But because Mr. was added, then what does it mean? One is so much identified with the gender bias. See? Many people, they tell me, "Swamiji, you have got gender bias. You are against ladies." I said, "No. How can I say? I can prove you." There are two movies in India. One movie is for the lady's name and other movie is with the gent's name. Ladies' movie name is Teen Deviya, three goddesses. And the gents' movie is Three Idiots. So gents are idiots and ladies are Devi goddess. Where is the biasness? This is how we get obsessed with something or the other. Obsession should be removed from the head. So we have taken care of the objective world. Now we come to the relations. See, if yesterday we have seen, Arjuna's problem was not war. His problem was relations. How can I kill my guru? How can I kill my grandfather? What does it mean? If it is your guru and your grandfather, I don't mind killing. But my guru and my grandfather. See? These relations are those who cannot give you absolute happiness. Relations can give you relative happiness. See? If you want absolute happiness, be one with the absolute. Are you suggesting we should divorce? No need. You will get again married to someone else. There is no need. Then what is to be done? Take life lightly in the light of wisdom. And how to do that? We have to remain aware at a given period of time, in a given situation, who am I? Only follow that role that you have to play. But don't carry the burden of the role on your head all through. See? There was one lady, in India it happened. She came and spoke to me, "Swamiji, I am fed up with my husband and I am so disgusted. I have decided to take a divorce and all that. So I have come for your blessings." I said, "I don't bless for divorce. I can bless for marriages." "No, but after that I will get married again." I said, "Do you know what you are doing? You are only changing the problem. You are not solving the problem. See? Because you have to change. See? But this we don't understand and don't want to understand. Therefore, relations are those with whom we live happily, cheerfully, up to particular level. We have to understand. Beyond this, it cannot be the source of happiness. It is a source of disturbance. See? So whatever we are supposed to do it sincerely. Karmanye vadhikaraste ma phaleshu kada. Do it sincerely. But after that is over, then forget about it. Drop it from the mind. Otherwise, we will always live as somebody. If I keep the wife on my head, I will be living only as a husband. And a husband can never practice spiritual life. He can only suffer. See? Therefore, whenever we are disturbed, always remember this thing in mind. Who is disturbed? See? The process of thinking begins. Then we come to know, in a fraction of a moment, we are disturbed as somebody. See? And that somebody has no existence. See? To understand this, I'll give an example. I was in where Delhi, Birla Mandir, and there is one small temple like this size. Inside the big temple, small temple. And all three sides there are big mirrors. One mirror here. And you can't go inside, from outside only you have to do namaskar. So when I went there and looked on the left side of the wall, the Krishna was reflected there. Right side of the wall reflected. And both the reflections were reflected in each other. This mirror reflected in this mirror, this reflected in this mirror. And there were like a tunnel of reflections going innumerable. See? But originally only one Krishna. Because of the mirrors, they appeared millions. In the same manner, originally man is one. But because of the mirrors, one mirror is the father, he becomes the son. The second mirror is the wife, he becomes the husband. The third mirror is the child, he becomes the father. And who are miserable? These three of them. See? Just you have to recognize that's all. Then how to live in this world? Whatever role we have to play the role perfectly well. That's all. Nothing more, nothing less. Then what happens? Be attentive. Then there are no regrets left on our mind. What are regrets? What I should have done, I did not do it that time. What I should not have done, I have done it that time. In old age, all the time is available to us. And we all suffer only because of excess of time. We never suffer because of shortage of time. And in old age, we have got 24 hours to live. See? Without that, we cannot survive. So, then if there is no quietness of the mind, then the mind will start projecting. Why not have dosha to eat? See? Only eating and bhoga, watching all rubbish serials, and all the garbage is put in their head. See? Therefore, my friends, in this art of thinking, we have to focus attention. How the thoughts come, to whom the thoughts come, what are the impressions of the thoughts left on the mind, how a personality is built up. And the one who is miserable doesn't exist anywhere. And to that miserable we cannot help. See? The only way all the issues of life of the world can be sorted out by one word. Word is Rama Leela or Krishna Leela. It is a mega drama going on. In this mega drama, you and me are the various parts. We play our part sincerely. See? And after the drama is over, again change yourself and come back to normal. See? In this manner, when we know how the thoughts are born, how the thoughts modify, how the thoughts are irritating, then slowly we'll start working on the mind. Now, we all have appreciated that we are disturbed because of the thoughts. Then what we do? We get into shortcut methods. Drinks, drugs. See, drinks and drugs, what they do? They suspend the process of thinking for a short period of time. And after the drinks or drugs are eliminated from the body, then again we come back to square one. Then again we want to take that. And there is no end to it. See, this is how the drug addicts are so big issue. The worst case, if you want to know, I am recently coming from there, is in USA, in California. Horrible. Even if when you move on the roadside, you get that smell of marijuana and drinks and drugs. Homeless people, they just enter anybody's house. You can't do nothing. They will be entering the shop, pick up whatever they want, and they walk away. And government rule is what I heard. Government rule is, if somebody takes away things from your shop or anywhere, if it is less than $600, it is not recorded as a theft. So they enter well-built, huge drugs and all that, and collect the bag and put the things, come to the self-checking, and what is the, oh, it's more than they remove that. Now it's less. Nobody can stop. Drinks and drugs. See? Therefore, let us not play with our mind. Atmaiva atmano bandhu, atmaiva ripuratmana. Our mind is our friend. Our mind is our enemy if it is not treated properly. And to treat the mind properly, the basic thing what I have understood is only this. We must know how to think. See? Everything we learn, cooking, washing, driving in the car, but how to think, nobody teaches us. Neither the parents teach us how to think, nor the schools, colleges teach us how to think. And therefore we suffer. Therefore, this art of thinking is essential for our spiritual growth. Let us give it a try. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.